Hey everybody, this is your brother Dwayne from PTH Ministries, and today I'm going to give you 5 tips on how we can combat another pandemic that's not getting a lot of top news, and that is none other than type 2 diabetes. Number 1, the first thing I want to talk to you about is water. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. I cannot stress enough the importance of water. Think about it this way. Your body is over 70% water. Your brain is over 75% water. Your bones are over 60% water. We are like a huge ocean factory. And so the body is made to function at its best when it is well hydrated. Think about it. Even when you go to a hospital, when you get admitted, what's one of the first things they want to do with you? They want to go ahead and hook you up to that IV so they can hydrate the body well, so even the medications can work well. And so it is, what you want to do is take your body weight, divide that number in half. Whatever that number comes up to, you want to go ahead and drink yourself some nice, pure, fresh water. Now, I'm not here to tell you distilled, spring, or otherwise reverse osmosis. There's many different types of water. I'm just going to leave it with you. Try to make sure that it's some good, well-filtered water, and you start getting those ounces in. Do a little give or take with it. If you hit the number, great. If you go a little bit beyond the number, no problem. But again, take that body weight, divide it in half. Whatever that number is, that's how much fluid ounces you want to try to consume in a given day. And tip number 2, nutrition. Normally, when we think of type 2 diabetes, we can't help but to think about food. And what's the number one food group that we always talk about when we're dealing with diabetes? We're talking about sugar. And here it is that I know a lot of times we're told stay away from the sweets and all of these things, which is true, but I want to go ahead and take it a little deeper. It was the University of Kentucky that did an amazing experiment. They took a group of healthy, lean young men. And what they did was they began to feed them a high-fat diet. And in a period of 2 weeks, they noticed that every single one of them became mild diabetics. But then they took a group of another whole bunch of lean, healthy young guys. And what they did with them was they fed them a low-fat diet, but they fed them 1 pound of sugar per day for 11 weeks. Guess how many of these guys turned into diabetics? None. And so what they found was that more than the sugar, the real issue was the fat. And so it is that when we talk about nutrition, tip number 2 simply says, try to adopt more of a low-fat diet. You want less fat in your food, you want less fat on the body. These are one of the best ways that you can combat type 2 diabetes. And so eat food that is more nutritious, food that is more whole. Try to eat more food that is plant-based. These things will help you in a tremendous way when you're combating type 2 diabetes. Number 3, sleep, sleep, sleep. It was Dr. Eve Van Coulter from the University of Chicago. She did an incredible study on sleep deprivation. And what she noticed is that individuals that were getting less than 6 hours of sleep per night for at least 6 consecutive nights, she noticed that they had a decrease in the cell's response when it came to absorbing the glucose by 30%. That is huge. And so the more rest that our bodies get, remember, your body rebuilds, it recuperates, it re-strengthens itself in the evenings when you're getting your sleep. And so I just want to encourage you, try to get about 8 hours of rest. Let your room be quiet. Let your room be dark, and make sure that your room is at a nice, decent, cool temperature, as long as you don't have any other ailments that causes undue chilling. And you will find that you're going to put yourself in an environment where you can get some really good sleep. You want to shoot to get about 8 hours of good rest, and it's going to do wonders for your body. Tip number 4. Exercise. And when I talk about exercise, yes, I am talking about the 30 minutes a day where you go ahead and take some time to get your heart rate up, work your body heat, and get some good sweating in. I'm most certainly talking about that, but there's something more specific I'd like to address. When you and I eat food, you have a meal, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you'll notice that that's the time that your glucose levels get up pretty high. And so one of the best things you can do with your body is right after a meal, go take a moderate-paced walk. We call it a digestion walk. You want to do it at minimum for about 15 minutes, 7.5 minutes one way, 7.5 minutes back. You will find that the more that you walk immediately after a meal, your muscle fibers will be able to assist in the body's ability to absorb some of that free glucose that normally would flow throughout the bloodstream when we're battling with diabetes. And you will see that your numbers are going to be a lot more controlled. So after a meal, point number 4, remember, get some exercise, but we're specifically talking about taking a great, beautiful digestion walk. And now, tip number 5. When we think of tip number 5, I want to tell you this. Trust in God. And the reason why I say this is because stress is a huge issue, not only of why people have type 2 diabetes, but hypertension, cancer, I can guarantee you even COVID. The more that we allow our bodies to stay in a chronic place of stress, it can deplete the immune system. It depletes our cells being able to function the way that they were supposed to under an optimum environment. And so what you want to do is try to eliminate that stress. And where does our stress come from? It comes from us not being able to control certain circumstances of life. This is where the children of God had a tremendous advantage because we believe in the Bible, and the Bible gives a most beautiful quote in Romans 8 and verse 28. And it says, "For we know," not guess, it says, "For we know that all things," that means good or bad, "work together for our good, to them that love the Lord, and to those who are called according to his purpose." You see, for the child of God, for the Christian, for the Bible believer, it allows us to embrace circumstances of life and say, we have a Father in heaven that saw this thing coming before it came to me. And because he allowed it to come to me, if I embrace it faithfully, I can trust fully in my God that he's going to allow even this challenge or this trial to work together somehow for my good and for his glory. What does that give me? That gives me peace of mind. And you cannot have peace of mind and be stressed at the same time. And so again, I want to encourage you, learn to put your trust in God. My friends, these are our 5 tips on how to combat type 2 diabetes. My hope and my prayer for you is that you put it into faithful practice and enjoy the blessings and the rewards. God bless you. Look forward to talking to you again soon. Take care.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to learn more about what you just saw, go check out the description of this video. There are links down there that will take you to where you can learn more. If you'd like to know more about Adventist Revival Ministries, go check out our website as well as our social media pages. Adventist Revival Ministries is supported by generous donors like you. So if you'd like to donate, go check out our website and click on the green donate button, or check out the link in the description of this video. Make sure you go check out some of our other videos. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share these videos with your friends. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.